There are two fundamental problems that CIOs worry about. One is to make sure that their enterprises and their end users have a secure pipe to talk to each other. That's what SSL provides. The other problem that the CIOs worry about, which is who's at the end of the pipe. Who's talking to their enterprise? Is this the person that they believe it is? Is it a legitimate user? Is it an insider? Is it an attacker? So this question of who's at the end of the pipe is a real crucial issue that CIOs have to solve, and that's one of the most vexing issues. The good thing about the internet is it's the same for everybody. The internet threats in the US are the same as the internet threats here. Because the good and bad about the internet is accessible from anywhere, so the bad guys can also reach anybody on the internet. And bad guys are an enterprise. It's not just one person now trying to do this for fame. Bad guys want to extract commerce out of the internet by stealing your money or the corporation's assets or whatever the case might be. So the threats and the countermeasures are pretty much the same. India has some unique characteristics in the sense the number of users on the internet are quite large. So whatever solutions Indian CIOs provide have to be cost effective, have to scale to lots of users, and maybe even worry about a less technically sophisticated user audience than might be in places where we have more experience with the internet and computers and the like. The concerns are, how do you protect your PC from malware and things like that? And as a CIO, I'd be worried about, am I talking to the right person, and am I preventing the bad guy from coming in, and am I providing the right access to my user so that the user can do only what he or she is allowed to do. The issue about security is, you can always, there are very, very high standards of security where I can, take your iris scan and be sure that you are who you are. The question is that the right kind of security for you to buy shoes on the net? So we have to make sure we match security with the threat level and with the convenience level of the operation that's going on. So what's really needed is a good balance between security and convenience. And today users, because the internet was built mainly for sharing and not for commerce, there is no pre-built strong security mechanism on the internet. It's an afterthought that's being added, if you will, to the network fabric. So when users already are familiar with a certain way of logging in. So people type in a username and password. That's how they know how to shop or look or search or do whatever they want on the internet to access an internet resource. And it's not going to be possible to retrain, hundreds of millions of users to do things differently. So the challenge is, if you want to do better than username and password, you have to do it in a way which is intuitive, which is still convenient, and doesn't require retraining. So if you want people to carry new devices, to look into the device, type in a magic number, things like that, it's all very hard to do because you'll have to retrain people.